Okay, welcome to Go E1 U Life program presentation. The Operation No Promised Land team leaders are here to present to you information about one of the most dynamic programs on the line right now on the internet. And we're going to show you some things that I'm pretty sure you haven't seen before, some things that you will be seeing in the future, and some things that you need to know right now in order to get yourself positioned in financial empowerment to work towards your wealth. If you have any aspirations of wealth whatsoever, if you want to be debt free, if you want to enhance your financial freedom options, then listen very closely to everything that we tell you, because what we say is going to be what we know to be true. Okay. All right. So I'm going to bring forth Pastor Carl White. Pastor Carl, will you come forth, please, with your comments on what we should be doing here?
Yes. Okay. Hello, everyone. Grace and peace. First of all, we're all one family here, and we're here to help each other grow. We know that with the conditions of the world, things are changing rapidly. Uh, Food prices, uh, the whole economy, medications and everything. And we need to learn how to protect ourselves, to prepare for what's coming. A lot of us don't even realize what's coming. So that's why I really appreciate my goddaughter Carolyn for her vision and enlightening the world, because if you're not ready, it will have a bad effect on you and your family and your loved ones. So as we know, our dollar is getting less and less value every day. Uh, I'm not going to get into no politics, but even the president understand that cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence is slowly but surely becoming a part of the world. And it's just like compounding. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. So that being said, we have the chance to see some knowledge that Carolyn is going to be sharing with us. And one of the tools that we're going to be using is GoE1, Go EU Life, where we'll be able to accumulate crypto. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, well, Bitcoin is the grandfather. It's been out for over 15, 16 years. And now, even that long length of time, only 4 to 5% of the people even know about it. So our mission is to spread the word and knowledge so that you can be able to secure your future, because our dollar system is set to collapse soon. Okay? Go to the national debt clock and you'll see for yourself. Like Carolyn says, we don't make up anything. It's right there. You just have to know where to look. So our goal is to enlighten you with Go E1, because that's one of the tools we're finding that not only works with cryptocurrency, but it also works with artificial intelligence. So there's a window of opportunity for us to take advantage of this. Okay. That being said, Minister John, he introduced this going on to me and Carolyn. And if any of you had got a chance to see the owners, which is David Golden, whose father is a very good friend of ours. So we're trying to connect with them so that we can really be inside of what's going on. That being said, I'll turn it back over to you, Carolyn. I look forward to each and every one of us having a bright future with this longevity company. Over to you, Carolyn.
Okay, thank you very, very, very much, Pastor Carl. I also want to acknowledge one of our coaches, team leaders here, Dana Johnson, and welcome to the call, Dana, and your team. I'll be calling on you shortly, also to make your comments as well. We're really excited about what's happening here with Go E1. So, Pastor Carl was talking about Bitcoin. And he was talking about the reason why we need to make strides into the Bitcoin realm. And it's very important that you understand that this endeavor that we are embarking upon, Go E1U Life, is not just about a fad, not just about because it may be new to you. This particular program is one of the ways that you're going to be able to get in on one of the biggest wealth movements that is occurring in this world today. In the past, you didn't have a chance. You didn't have a chance because you didn't know. You didn't have the information. And we're giving you the information. We're setting this information before you now so that you can understand. And when you become, and I'm saying when because I really strongly believe that everyone here is going to, if they're not already, will be involved with Go E1U Life. You will have a real strong reason to build Go E1U Life. This is about building wealth. This is not about just networking, multi-level marketing, or the average kind of affiliate program that the internet has thrown at us. This is about seriously building wealth. So we're going to show you why this particular endeavor that we're doing is going to change your life if you take advantage of the information that we give you. Our agenda is here. First, we're going to explain Bitcoin to you because there are those of you who really don't understand Bitcoin. I still get these questions about, well, I really don't understand. What is Bitcoin? What does it do? How does it, work? And it's not that the name Bitcoin hasn't been out there. It's just that some people have been so entrenched in the fiat form of money that they just weren't paying attention to any of the development and the market trends around them. And so what happens is when you get stuck in that mode, you can miss things. Okay. We're going to talk about Go E1U Up Life program. That's going to be explained to you as well, along with the financial potential. And Minister John Urquhart is going to talk to you about that. We're going to talk about our goals, our strategies, our marketing plans, and let you know our ongoing Zoom schedule. Okay. All right. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is decentralized, and I'm going to stop there with that word decentralized because it's very important that you understand, coming from a world that has been controlled by centralized banks, we're now entering into a world that is going to be decentralized. And decentralized means there's no middleman. There's no banks controlling the transactions. And as a result, you're going to find that things are going to shift in terms of how you buy things, how you purchase things, how you make your money. You're going to find a lot of different opportunities that are going to be available for you because of the decentralized marketplace. But the main thing is you understand that there's no bank involved. Just remember that if you don't remember anything else. There's no middleman. There's blockchain. And everything that goes on in terms of transactions between peer-to-peer, from person to person, is recorded on blockchain. And that makes it, something that is incredibly trustworthy and trackable, and also very, very stable and secure. So in terms of theft, you don't have to necessarily worry about that because of the transactions that are recorded on blockchain. That's one of the reasons why they wanted to convert to blockchain, because of problems with theft that has been going on since the ongoing of blockchain. Okay. So, and this is for the security of peer-to-peer transaction. It's very, very important. Bitcoin came about in the year 2011. And it was at that time, you know, in cents. I think it came about for about 4 cents or whatever. And then it grew. And around in 2011, it was, I believe, about $1 or so, or even less than $1, but around 2000, no, it was less than $1, and around 2013 is when it was around $1. So between 2011 and 2013, it began to gradually grow. But the difference at that point in time, then and now, is that we didn't have wallets at that time. It was kind of hard to get Bitcoin in terms of how you gain access to it, and then where you're going to put it. And there was a lot of theft going on. So even those who bought it couldn't hold on to it. So there were all kinds of manipulations happening, but very gradually, there was developments that enabled people to gain access to Bitcoin and hold on to it. I'm going to show you a story of one of the people who had bought Bitcoin for $1. Just listen to him.
Hi everyone, it's been a while since I did a video, and I just want to do a quick video discussing where Bitcoin is and what it's going to do in the next few months, at least what I see it's going to do. I mean, I could be completely wrong, and I've been wrong before, but it's fun to guess at these things, and so I'm going to lay out some guesses on where it's going and so forth. One of the things I want you to understand is that Bitcoin is more than just a payment system. Satoshi Nakamoto, he wrote it as to ensure that you could do escrow transactions, bonded contracts, third-party arbitration, and multi-party signatures, and much more. This system, this whole Bitcoin protocol, is such a big game changer that the Bart Chilton coming out and saying that he wants to regulate it, he has no clue how that he's going to get a knife in the belly and a twist. That criminal, right, who says that silver's not manipulated, he's going to see that Bitcoin is going to regulate its own self, because you can create a system that allows for leverage options and derivatives, basically, which they want to regulate without a centralized system. And these are the amazing things that the Bitcoin protocol provides that you're not aware of. So right now, all most people are talking about is like, hey, you can buy drugs with it. You can what's it called? You can buy a few things with it. You could transfer. You could just speculate it and so forth. But no. This system is bigger than you really can perceive right now. It's basically like perceiving the internet to where it is today back in 1992. You can't perceive what the internet would provide, right, back in 1992. I had no clue that YouTube would be existing in 1992. So clearly, this is how big, and I'm trying to explain that this is how big Bitcoin is going to be. It also, right, if it catches on in a big way, right, all those features, right, have already been laid down. In the very beginning, Satoshi thought of all these things right? For finances. And I don't know how, but he's laid it all down inside the Bitcoin protocol so that it's possible once it gets big enough. Wow, this system has to remain free and open. I'm going to move my life in that direction, ensuring that Bitcoins does not get co-opted by the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and so forth, because it is a freedom provider for the rest of humanity, because you can't create more. It's mathematically impossible. And you know, a lot of you are skeptical, a lot of you don't believe in the Bitcoin system, and that's fine. You can stay on the sidelines, but if you really want to become wealthy in the future, I would suggest you take $1 frickin' $1, buy some Bitcoins, put it in a goddamn wallet, put it fucking away. Okay, I'm sorry for swearing, but you know what? It's just $1. Get some Bitcoins, put it away. It goes to nothing. Who cares, right? You only spent $1, right? You'll get a million satoshis for $1, right? And the way I see it, that will be worth $1 million adjusted inflation for inflation once Bitcoin gets to where it's going to be. So it's up to you. You know what?
Okay, I did. Pops, I played that through for you because you were upset that the last time that you wanted to see it through. This man, that was 2013. That video he did was the year 2013. We're in 2025. That man is a billionaire right now. Okay, the information was dispersed back in 2013 that told us just put $1. Did we do that? I didn't. I did somewhere, somehow I just, you know, got discombobulated and I lost it and I didn't pay attention. Had I paid attention, I'd be a billionaire too. And you would too. So these are what you call moments that in time, you are existing right now. What he did in 2013, telling everybody, buy Bitcoin for $1. That's what he did in 2013. Right now, we're in 2025, 6:26 p.m. Wednesday. We're telling you to get involved with Go E1U Life. Now you can equate the same. Why? The same way when there was the gold rush, the people who sold the shovels to the men who were out in the streams digging gold were the ones who became richer than the ones who were actually mining gold. The gold people who were digging for gold. This Go E1U Life is those shovels. It's the tool that everybody needs in order to become wealthy in this trek of Bitcoin. Okay. We have billionaires who are selling their silver. I'm going to take you to Robert Kiyosaki. This was a video done a month ago. He's selling his gold off for Bitcoin. Take a look at this.
1964, I've been saving silver. So right now I'm trading in my silver to buy more Bitcoin because the silver I was buying was at 10 cents an ounce. Today it's $30 an ounce. So the dollar went down, the price of silver and gold went up. So now I'm going to trade that for Bitcoin. So I want to talk about Bitcoin. It's your generation. It's my people I'm concerned about are my generation, younger guys, because they don't know anything about it. And the reason Bitcoin is doing so well is because my generation or generation before, America is now the biggest debtor nation in history. They're printing $1 trillion every 90 days. And as much as I like President Trump, who's a friend of mine, they don't talk about it. They don't talk about how they're going to handle that debt. Now, they brought in, Elon Musk and the Vivek to be the Doge, Department of Government Efficiency or something. If they do what they do, it's going to sink this whole economy. So that's why for years I've saved silver and gold, but now I'm taking all my silver and gold and converting to Bitcoin. And there's an organization called Bitcoin Zella. Their programs are really, really good and simple for an old guy like me.
Okay, I just wanted you to hear that this, Robert Kiyosaki, where he is, this is in today's time now. This is in 2025. This was done a month ago. Okay, this is right now we're in a race for time because Bitcoin is going to be on its way to $200,000 probably or more. I'm probably lowballing it, but $200,000 by the end of the year 2025. That's basically. Now, last year I told my members that it was going to go to 100,000. At that time, it was 40,000 that I talked to my members about it. It was last year, April, I believe, that I had a meeting with them, and I told them we need to put together a investment project so that we can put money into this Bitcoin wallet or whatever, because it's going to fly. It's going to go up to $100,000. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to complete that project because I became ill. But yep, Bitcoin went on without us and went to $100,000 in December. Okay, tears were coming out of my eyes, and I said, I will never let this happen again. And so here we are again, and Bitcoin is somewhere around $83,000. Okay, it's doing a mild retracement now, but it's getting ready to do. You can expect for it to hit about 90,000 in at least within another 2 to 3 weeks. But it's going to do even more than that within the next couple of months. You'll be able, because once it hits 90,000 and that becomes its support, at its support line, then it's not going to do anything but just continue to go up and up and up. And any pullbacks that it has, that it experiences, and pullbacks, but I mean by dips, anytime it goes down, it's not going to go down below that support line. That support line is going to be $90,000. Okay. Now, I'm telling you this particular information because I want you to understand where we are, what we're doing right now. We're in a race for time to get our money in place on the substrate, and I'm talking about in our wallets, so that these upward value movements that Bitcoin is making will expand our wealth just by our money being there. Okay. So, and that's what we call basically compounding. All right. You make money with Bitcoin by compounding. You are literally taking your money and you're putting it in a place and you're letting time work on it. And that's what we as people have to learn. Our people need to learn how to have patience. We want quick money. If we, if if it takes you longer than a year to make some serious strides, you're gonna people get upset. Our people get mad because, oh, that takes too long. That's not gonna work. When compounding leveraging works with what we call time, and they call it in the investment world periods. All right, you put it on wherever you're going to put it on, the substrate, I call it the substrate. You put it in, invest it wherever you're going to invest it, and then you let it sit. Just like you take food, if you're making a steak, you take it, you fix it up, and you put it in the oven, and you let the heat work on it. And within an hour or so, that heat has cooked that steak to where, to the degree that you want it to be cooked. That is the way that investments work. That's the way Bitcoin works. You season it up with your time and your effort and your money and put it on a substrate, put it in the oven of time and let the heat work on it. Let time, let the situation, the world events, and all the other things that affect the value of Bitcoin and the growth of Bitcoin, let it do its job. And then eventually you're going to see the results that you want to see. Okay. We call this compounding and leveraging. And I brought up a picture of Einstein because he's the one that talked about compounding. He said that compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. Pastor Carl just mentioned that earlier before I came on board with this presentation, that it is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. We've been paying it to the banks. We've been paying it to the financial institutions. We've been paying it to the tax people. We've been paying it. And that's what's been taking us back and pulling us back and keeping us back from wealth. But with compound, you can't, with compounding, you earn it. And it begins to grow upon itself. And once it hits a certain level, you can't stop it. Once Bitcoin hits a certain level, there's no stopping how far it can be. Now, you can try to turn around and say, okay, I'm not ready to invest in Bitcoin now, but maybe later on when I get this or when I'm in this position, I'll go ahead and do it. By that time, Bitcoin can be up to 120,000. You've already set yourself at a disadvantage because you've missed, at this point, 83, you've missed $40,000 in investment. Yeah. So we got to learn how to count money and count time. All right. So this is what we're doing with Bitcoin and compounding, but you got to have a place to do that because there's different ways to get involved in Bitcoin, and I'm going to talk about that. But the main way that I want you guys to understand and to do with excellence, I want you to apply yourself, because you now have a very important reason to apply yourself. It's like, you hear about the town in Oklahoma that where Black people existed and they were wealthy and they had this money and everybody was flourishing then. And even then they knew, because they had banks and financial institutions, they knew about investment. This is our time to create that scenario. Although we're not in that physical place in Oklahoma, we're in that situation, okay, where we are here in our homes and we're in the internet realm. So that's, everybody's everywhere, but that is not a physical place, but it is a situation that we're in, that we are able to now become wealthy like our ancestors did before in Oklahoma. Okay. All right, now, but we don't have to worry about them burning down our buildings and burning down the town and coming in and raiding our houses and all that kind of stuff. That's no longer, because we're not dealing with brick and mortar now. All right, we're dealing on the same substrate they're dealing on. But the reason why we're able to do it is because we got information. That's what makes the whole difference. That's what makes the difference in the destiny of a community, in the destiny of a family. All right. So understand this, that Bitcoin is not just money right now. What makes Bitcoin so powerful? What makes it so much? What makes it so valuable? Why is Bitcoin on the financial scene now and the dollar's going down? Because it's a movement. Bitcoin is a movement. We have the Gen Z, we have the Gen X. These are a new thinking, new type of people who want financial freedom. They want to be released from the old bonds that have kept their mothers and their fathers tied to a job. Okay, kept them kept some of their other friends and families in poverty. They want to be released, and they don't believe in the way, some of the old ways that have exempted them from being wealthy. Okay, back then, if you didn't have a wealthy family that could show you the way to wealth and keep wealth going on through your life, you were out of luck. But now you have access to wealth in a way that we've never had before, and we're going to be able to do the same thing. This is a level playing field that we're on now, that we're able to play on the same field as the big players. And for a long time, those big players who were billionaires, they didn't want us on that level field. They didn't want Bitcoin to rise up and become, a major force in the financial world. They didn't want it because they knew they would lose their control. And this is about to happen. You've got a whole new set. If you look at some of the newest millionaires, some of the newest millionaires are young. We've got young people who are 16, 17 years old who are rich because of Bitcoin. So this is a movement, and I want you to feel this as I talk to you, because this movement that you're in, we as a team, we're all here talking together and looking at this information. We are creating our own community movement. And we, by the application of our selves, of our minds, and what we do and say, and who we talk to, and how we develop and build, this determines on how wealthy we can become within this movement. Some of you will become wealthier than others because some of you will, pick up the ball and run with it because you see the vision, you see the picture. Some of you, it may take a little bit of time, but the most important thing is that you pick up that ball and you run with that information to compound your wealth. Now, I'm just going to show you here a couple of predictions. I threw out some numbers to you. And, I've been surveying some of the crypto news vehicles, and this is about the average of what I've gotten. And that is, by the end of this year, they think for sure it's going to be 160,000. I projected at 200,000. They think it's going to be a pullback in 2026. It may pull back to 140,000. That's 120. I don't know why they would think that would be the case, but I really don't. Once Bitcoin has a certain level, that is operating on what we call the support line. Once that support line hits 160, it's not going down. I mean, it would take a lot to bring it down to 140. All right. And then it also, I guess it also depends upon what's going on in the world as well. Year 2030, they expect it to spring forth and do a major bull run by 2030. Between 2026 and 2030, they expect there to be what they call a breakout between those times. And it's going to go between 140, go up to 766,000. That's in 4 years. That's some major points that it's moving. All right. So it's like it's gonna get on a roll and it's gonna escalate like a snowball, and as that snowball continues to grow, it's going to, and a compound is growing, it's going to escalate. It's going to grow faster and faster. That's why it's important that you be there. Not get there at that time, but you be there. Okay. And then beyond that, they expect it to go up to be a million. So they do expect Bitcoin around 2035 to be at $1 million. Where will you be year 2035? Where will you be? And what will you be doing? All that depends upon what you do right now. It depends upon what you spend your time with, what you're valuing in terms of your efforts here with what we're doing here with Go E1 U Life. Okay. Here's some people here that talk about it. These are some key players in the Bitcoin world. Jan 3 CEO Sam Mao, he knew that, he also believed that it was going to hit 100,000 last year. He believes that before long it's going to hit 1 million. He believes it's going to get to 1 million. I believe most wholeheartedly that it's going to get to 1 million. It's going to be there very soon. 2035 is not long. It's only 10 years from now. And I would most certainly like to see you and your families in our community get a portion of that $1 million. And we can do it. It's doable. It's possible. If we work together and if we do what we need to do, the work now. We got to do the work now. You can't do it when the $1 million hit, because it's too late. It's too late. It's just like AOL. If you didn't invest in AOL when it first came out, it was too late to try to do it when it hit, when people, when it hit millions of dollars and people were, the shares would become so valuable that people became millionaires. It's too late. When, Bill Gates first came out with the personal computer, and there was the other big, huge computer companies didn't believe in personal computers. They didn't believe people were going to even want a personal computer in their home. And they missed the boat. And look what we're working on right now. Look what you're looking at right. You're on a Zoom right now, either on your phone or on your computer. Because of the momentum and because of the discoveries and the innovations that was ignited by Bill Gates. Okay, so you don't wait until it happens to jump in. You do your prep work right prior to, so that you can be involved and you won't be behind the curve, the money curve. This is how you grow wealth. One of the things that Richard Kiyosaki said is, wealth is a mindset. You have to think a certain way. And what we have to learn how to do is think on what preparation and what we need to do to get what we want, and not expect for us to be able to get it when the wealth is already established. Okay. All right. So Michael Turpin talks about a super cycle. The super cycle happened last year when it went from 40,000 to 100,000 in December. Because of that, they call it a parabolic stage. It's an arc, okay, that they draw on the platform, TradingView or whatever you use. And when that happens, it indicates that the next year it's going to be even bigger. They call it a super cycle. Okay. So they're thinking that this guy who wrote Bitcoin Super Cycle, he's saying because of this arc that happened last year, when it went up to $100,000 by December, that they're looking for the price to be over 250,000 by the end of the year 2025. And that's where I am with him. That's where I am with him. Okay, so now that's Bitcoin. Now I want to go back to, and then I'm going to let Minister John come forth and talk about Go EU1 and what you need to do, how you need to understand the Go EU1 U Life system, how it works so that you can work it to your best advantage according to what you have, the monies you have, and the contacts you have. But what I'm going to talk to you about here is ways to get Bitcoin. Now you can buy Bitcoin outright. I'm sure, I don't think there's anyone here that has $83,000 to buy one Bitcoin. If you did, it would be smart of you to do it and let it sit, okay? But there's fractional buys. You can buy Bitcoin fractional, and that means you can buy it like maybe $100 worth of Bitcoin, or 200 or 400 or 800 or 1,000, or fractions of that $83,000. But for you and for us, for the opportunity we have with Go E1 U Life, it would be smarter to use Go E1 U Life as a tool to earn Bitcoin. All right, this is where we are today, right now. Earn your Bitcoin. It goes directly to your wallet. You don't even have to go in the back office and click on withdraw. You might not even know it's there. You may be asleep. You may be somewhere, but when your matrix, when it's time for you to receive on that third level, that money is going directly to your Bitcoin wallet. That's your method of earning, okay? Because of the efforts that you put forth, and also because of the efforts other people in your circle have put forth, because we affect one another. There's all kinds of things going on in that matrix, but I'm not going to get into John's part, but that's earning Bitcoin. What we're going to show you today is how to earn Bitcoin. You can also trade Bitcoin, but that's a little more complex. I love to trade. I'm a trader, but that's not for everybody. Okay, but you can, once you earn Bitcoin, you can compound it, because when it's in your wallet, it will grow. As Bitcoin grows, the value of your Bitcoin in your wallet is going to grow, increase. That's how it's going to compound. Okay, and then now, and I'm going to say this, Bitcoin is not the only, Bitcoin is a granddaddy, as Pop said. It's not the only player in the cryptocurrency world. So you've got Ethereum, you've got Litecoin, you've got stable coins, you've also got new coins coming in, but you can swap, okay? For instance, they're telling us now, we see that the court case with Ripple has been settled. They're expecting Ripple to escalate in value. You may want to take a little Bitcoin and swap it for Ripple. These are the kind of things that you do in your portfolio that helps you to expand your portfolio. But the main thing is the granddaddy needs to be there. and in place. Okay, so we're going to teach you how to earn Bitcoin. We're going to also teach you how to compound and swap that Bitcoin, because we're going to talk to you at other times when we have meetings and calls about other cryptocurrency opportunities. We're going to bring that to you as well. But you need to be secure and stable on the foundation of Go E1U Life first, and building that up. And then after that, then and you're compounding your Bitcoin. Then after that, we'll talk to you about some other things. So these are the ways that you develop your wealth. You're going to earn it, and that's with Go E1U Life. It's gonna go in your wallet. You're gonna let it compound, let it sit. Don't swipe it up. Don't take that money as soon as you see it. Maybe you could take a portion out that you might need, but remember what your goal is, because I'm telling you, we are running against time. Bitcoin will not wait for you. Bitcoin hit $100,000 without a bat of an eye. It didn't care about Carolyn, whether I was sick or whether I was well. I didn't have my stuff in order at that time. I didn't have the project in order. It went to 100,000 anyway. It's going to do that. It's going to go to 120,000 with or without you. So I suggest you wisely hold on to that money in your wallet. And then when it gets to a certain level, you can begin to invest it in other different ways, but always keep that foundation. Okay, I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to bring forth Minister John and let him talk to you about Go E1U Life. Minister John, are you here?
Yes.
You want to take it over?
Yes. Thank you, Carol. A great job. I can really say, and those of you that's applying the comment, let us know how this learning experience of Bitcoin has impacted you. How many didn't even know the year that it started and different things. So just to learn about Bitcoin, Carol, you did a job. Great video show to kind of explain. And it's not like seeing billionaires talk about the currency. And in your own leisure time and in the time where you're free, just research Bitcoin, research what companies have invested in it. So research what banks has invested in it. You'll be surprised and see why our government is heading that direction and has already signed things into place. And think about it, y'all. It's on the IRS forms right now, so it's here to stay. So I'm glad to be in a program where we all can benefit and help push one another. And so real quick, I'm going to share screen and show y'all some things real quick. And first of all, I want to show you kind of quick video for those of you that's already in Go E1U Life. And basically, this is one of the best videos I have seen that expounds on the matrix, how you can maximize that. And I'm gonna show y'all some key things that's going to help you build and keep your team moving, because that's the whole key of it all, how to keep your team moving. I'm gonna share some tips that I did myself, and I explained to others to kind of help them keep the momentum of building the team. And also I got a couple of testimonies of people that's up here that basically that has benefited, a spillover, and etc. So let's get right into them. We're gonna watch this little quick video. I'm gonna stop sharing. Thank y'all for coming on and taking your time to even more about Go E1U Life. Yep, cool. It's coming up. Yeah.
You're not sharing though.
It's not sharing. Okay, let me reshare. Oh, you probably stop sharing then. You stop you. Okay, okay. All right, thank you. All right, gotta share screen, share sound. Yeah, let's watch this video and really dissect this video, because this video was made by the company itself, and it explains the comp plan in a better detail. And it's I would really watch this video and dissect it to see some key factors of how this matrix works. So I'm gonna play the video.
In this video, it's designed to walk you through how you can take just $25, no more, and generate more than $10,000 in your first 30 days of working with Go E1U Life in Marketing and selling our artificial intelligence concept that we use for people on the GHL platform. And I want you to follow it. And the way to do this is, first of all, don't get caught up on what everyone else is doing. Focus on what your desire is. I know many of you want to be able to dive in deep and really master and learn how some of this stuff is done. And you will see and hear more about that in our community. But I do also say that in order to do that, to know, to be able to address the things that you want related to that, you have to get some of the monsters away from your door, related to your mortgage, your children, and things like that. Financial challenges are real, and many have been laid off in the last year or two. Watch this video to see how to do it. It's not going to be long, but certainly we want to be able to walk you through and guide you on how you can be successful. So, it's simple to do it. You just want to join a matrix that fits your budget. We're advising you, if you're going to follow the steps, follow them. Now, some of you are more aggressive. It works at every level, but for those of you that know you don't have more than $25, don't beat yourself up. With $25, you're going to see what you're capable of if you can stay focused and not deviate from the system. And yes, it works more aggressively. It'll happen a lot faster than 30 days if you use more than $25. But $25 is enough to do what we're going to show you how to do. Then you'll progress through completing a matrix, and when it fills, you'll get paid. Each position that fills on the pay line, you'll get paid, and you would have made these payments in Bitcoin. We're going to show you how to use a portion of it to grow what you're making without taking any more out of your pocket than the $25 that you started with. So, let's take a look and see how that works, okay? There are several different matrices you'll see inside the system. We're going to start with the $25 one. We're not going to go up to any of these other numbers right this moment. We're just going to show you how to start with $25 out of your pocket and no more. So, in doing so, we're going to pretend that you're Gloria. And Gloria, we have a system that we use based on patterns and algorithms. And that is, just think of two people that you know would love to be able to either dive in and use our AI credit system, where we use credit packs to help people to utilize their emailing, engagement, marketing, and calling. Just two. And at the risk of $25, that's it. $25 to get started with our system, to be able to see how to use it. When they do that, just two. We're telling you, you can get more, but stay focused. Just two for now. When you do that, you want to be able to get them started. Now, with just you for now inviting and sharing this with two people, what's the model? Now, if you find two people, if you're trying to grow a business, you want to find two people that also want to do it and earn money while they have these products. And what you want to do then, watch how this works. You will work with James and explain to him what you want to do is find out that everything reproduces after its own kind. Meaning that if you can just show the people that you've brought in what you've done and help work with them to do it, watch what happens. James then could do the same thing and he finds two people. Diane does the same thing because you recognize that every great model in history, whether it's the military, college universities, even Jesus Christ himself, started with a core group of people and helped them to reproduce and became multitudes. And it's about keeping it simple. You don't have to be an expert with AI. You don't have to be an expert at making money from home. You need to be able to keep it simple and certainly be able to reproduce in others what you're able to do. And let them know, with a limited risk, they can start a business. They can position themselves well in an industry driven by technology in the future. You've probably seen where the president has recently signed executive orders about the advancements of artificial intelligence and even cryptocurrency. And you'll find that this is a great fit for many people who already know this. All you do is let them know that with just $25, they can get started. Now, watch the power of this. This line here is called a pay line. Whenever someone gets started, by the time Cindy gets started and finds someone, you've made $25, which means you've already been paid back what you started with. And as this goes on, remember, you've only told two people about it. The reason they're orange is because these are people that you've personally heard. They learn and tell their people, watch what happens. All these blue people mean that this has nothing to do with you, other than you're a great leader. You're working with them so they can know how to do what you're doing. And you can do that by giving them this video if you need to. Now, watch the magic. Notice, you've made $25 each time anyone lands on these boards. Notice, days is this type of then find 2 people within the 7 days. Watch this. If just the 2 they brought in do it, by the end
Okay, somehow or other the video must got disrupted. Minister John, are you still there?
Yeah, actually, I think he lost connection.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no, he's still showing there. He's still showing. He just muted up.
I
Okay.
didn't
It's
even realize I
coming,
lost
okay.
connection. I'm back. Y'all see
All
it?
right. Yeah. I don't hear it though.
Hold up. Let me, hold up.
is that when you got your first $175,
All right, I'm sorry about that. I didn't even realize it must be something, a storm going on or something here. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna go back here, and y'all can see the screen.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, must be something going on. But I'll start right here. It kind of break it down, the matrix.
Okay.
All right. Thank y'all for letting me know. Okay.
stay focused. Just 2 for now. When you do that, you want to be able to get them started. Now, with just you for now inviting and sharing this with 2 people, what's the model? Now, if you find 2 people, if you're trying to grow a business, you want to find 2 people that also want to do it and earn money while they have these products. And what you want to do then, watch how this works. You will work with James and explain to him what you want to do is find out that everything reproduces after its own kind. Meaning that if you can just show the people that you've brought in what you've done and help work with them to do it, watch what happens. James then could do the same thing and he finds 2 people. Diane does the same thing because you recognize that every great model in history, whether it's the military, college universities, even Jesus Christ himself, started with a core group of people and helped them to reproduce and became multitudes. And it's about keeping it simple. You don't have to be an expert with AI. You don't have to be an expert at making money from home. You need to be able to keep it simple and certainly be able to reproduce in others what you're able to do. And let them know, with a limited risk, they can start a business. They can position themselves well in an industry driven by technology in the future. You've probably seen where the president has recently signed executive orders about the advancements of artificial intelligence and even cryptocurrency. And you'll find that this is a great fit for many people who already know this. All you do is let them know that with just $25, they can get started. Now, watch the power of this. This line here is called a pay line. Whenever someone gets started, by the time Cindy gets started and finds someone, you've made $25, which means you've already been paid back what you started with. And as this goes on, remember, you've only told 2 people about it. The reason they're orange is because these are people that you've personally referred. When they learn and tell their people, watch what happens. All these blue people mean that this has nothing to do with you, other than you're a great leader. You're working with them so they can know how to do what you're doing. And you can do that by giving them this video if you need to. Now, watch the magic. Notice, you've made $25 each time anyone lands on these boards. If you notice, here's my recommendation. The reason we say 30 days is that in your first week, we typically tell you, in your first 7 days, you want to help. You want to find 2 people, right? You might do that in the first day or 2. Then you help those 2. You train them. You teach them how to do it. If you don't know how to train them, you don't have to. Just use this type of video so they can see it for themselves. Then they find 2 people within the 7 days. Watch this. If just the 2 people you brought in and the 2 they brought in do it, by the end of the week, you will have already made $175 and be ready to start again and open a new board. Now, if you do that, you're going to see that means you've completed it. You mean you made $175, and without any money out of your pocket, you get to start the process again. Now, watch the beauty of this, because it's happening downhill. This is what's called a follow me matrix because you told James and Diane about it. This is your second week, and because it's going downhill, those other matrices, everyone else is finding 2 who get 2. And you want to watch what happens automatically because they would have filled their boards, they follow you. Then Cindy and Michael, who also don't have to do this in order. But I want you to see what's happening. Without you even doing any more work, these matrices are filling, which is causing the same thing to happen again. Now, what I didn't tell you is that when you got your first $175, you could be comfortable and stay there. But that's not going to get you to $10,000 plus at the end of the month. If you would have taken $100 from the $175 that you made, and you would have opened up a $100 board, this is what you teach your people to do. Once they make theirs, they do the same. And you know what's going to happen? Here's what I'm going to show you what's going to happen. Now, while the 25 matrix is already filling up, you're going to notice something. If this is the $100 matrix and you taught James and Diane to do the same thing with their $175, take $100 and they do it, what's going to happen is you're going to own these. And now in the $100 matrix, you're going to see you would have made $700 and then get to start a new one when it closes. Now, watch how cool this is. If this is your second week, I want you to realize something. The $25 matrix is still filling while you're doing this because others are doing the same thing. And you always have it once you've purchased it. Once you own it, it continues cycling. But you get credits each time you cycle and fill a matrix. And you got credits when you purchased it too. Now, watch how cool this is. If you take $500 of the $700 that you made, you can open up an entirely new matrix. And watch this. Each time a person gets started, now watch who this is, they're going to be doing the same thing. This is what you do in a team. You do it as a group. You learn how to work smart, so you all can benefit. Now, here's where it becomes so beautiful. It makes you want to cry before the end of the month. This is your third week. You're working on the $500 matrix. Look at what happens. Kathy got started. Lewis. That's already $2,000. By the time you get to 6 of them, that's $3,000. Then another one. $3,500 would have come in. Now this is where we tell you to take $1,000 of that. And you joined the 1,000 matrix. You pay for that one, you're going to get credits for it, so you can use more of the AI and more of the tools. And the beauty here is, by the time you get to that one, you're going to see what happens now. You and your crew, you tell James and Diane how you're going to make that money in advance. If they want to go with you, let's go together and do it. And then they're going to do the same with their 2, and watch what happens. Now you're making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. That's how you've seen these people already make, in less than a month, more than $100,000. That's how they did it. They were just very aggressive. What we're showing you is how to do it with just $25. Now, you could take $4,000 of that and upgrade to the 4,000 matrix, but you don't have to be greedy. The 30-day sprint to making more than $10,000. If you stay focused, you don't have to put extra stress on yourself. You can do this. You want to get a good look at what it looks like on the other side. Notice when you're done, all your completed matrices are there. But look at this. Every time that $25 matrix fills, you're going to make $175 and get 250 credits each time. Now, by the time the month ends, you should have done this a couple of times. If you stay focused and don't get nervous, trying to go out and tell people to get rich, forget that. Take care of business. $25 will cause this to happen over and over and again for you. Now, but we're only counting one time during that 30 days, even though it's going to be simultaneously happening. Imagine just once. Then, also, the $1 matrix, you're going to be filling that one. Because this process works, and you would have only spent $25 following this model. That means you would have earned $700 each time, but let's pretend it only happens once. Because you're not scattered, you're focused. Then, the $500 matrix, you do the same thing. You're going to get a lot of credits, which means you're going to be able to use our voice calling, AI minutes, social media engagement, and all that stuff. Because you're getting lots of credits, not just when you start, but also each time you cycle. Now, I could go on, and I'm going to. Now, I said, we're going to stop at the 1,000 matrix. This is more than $11,000 in your first 4 weeks, just with $25 out of your pocket. You've got to understand. You could slow down, not be so hyper, and stay fixed and focused. I'm going to find 2 people today. Now me, I would be aggressive. That's how I like to do it. First 24 hours, I'm going to get my 2 people. I'm going to work with them. I'm going to ask them to do their best to get their 2 people in the next 24 hours. And it may take a day or 2. By the end of the week, I would have already filled my pay line because I was smart instead of wasting time trying to find more people. Forget recruiting. Work with the 2 that you have so they can be productive and reproduce. Then help them work with their 2. And what happens? It looks like this at the end of 4 weeks. This is not an exaggeration. We know many in their first 7 days made more than $12,000. By the end of their second week, they made more than $30,000. They were very aggressive. They started off paying everything up front. We're showing you how to do this with just $25. Stay tuned for another video where we talk about the 1-year marathon to more than $100,000. Just $25 out of your pocket. See you in the next video.
And that's also how many enjoyed that video. Comment in that section. I know most of us up here is actually members. How many? And I'm a, so you could the chat box and they can say that video really impacted you in such a way of a bit of momentum. And I'm gonna show you something. Yeah, I see the comments coming in. Yeah, I love it, Dana. I love it. This video there. I'm gonna definitely post it in the group chats and the other places. Yeah, keep watching that video. I'm sure how serious what he was putting emphasis on. Y'all remember he kept saying the first 2? Even if you got a truck pack, even if you you know, you got 3 accounts. Now I'm gonna be real with you. I got people in this guy right here. Y'all seeing this live. This guy right here I bought in from Africa. I paid it forward. To be with you, he haven't bought no one indirect under him yet. Okay. I'm working with them. I put a person under them. As y'all notice what David said in that video. You help your first 2 to keep momentum going through your tire, whether you're doing tri-packs and all that stuff, to keep it going as the main sponsor, keep your first 2 legs getting direct referrals. Even also you as you know, use your direct link, right? And help your 2 one on the left, one on the right. What's going to end up happening is going to build momentum that cause the holes to fill in with all the members under the entire matrix. So I'm finding out and it's working. I'm helping. And I'm gonna tell you what, the ones that didn't bring nobody in but got spillover, most of them, because they got money in their wallet, they paid it for somebody else. They got a family member that wanted to come in. You got you know, people in other countries that can't afford $25, $30. So we kind of use that to help you know, the money that they earn from spillover, they was able to get other family members in under them. And guess what? They end up with their 2. See? Now they're gonna be able to help them 2 get 2. So it's growing. And what I love about this matrix, which y'all saying this right for your eyes, and many of you can testify. If you go on your matrix and look in your back office, especially the ones that have cycled, you might notice that usernames are shown on both sides. It's a left side and it's a right side. Y'all notice that many of you probably see usernames multiple times in your matrices. Those of you that have just joined and you want to see blue icon in your matrix, that's a good sign. That's you on the right team. We've all been a momentum and we're growing. So the key is, like he said, your 2 get 2. Many on this call can testify. We have helped members. We put people under people we help. We paid it forward. and look at the results. You know, many of you have got spillover, and now you're able to buy the $100 level, right? You got up there. Many of you are holding. You use the funds to help others. That's what you do, because eventually you helping them, they're gonna help you back, right? Because it's a follow me matrix. So I just want to put my emphasis on that. Y'all see cue ball is on both sides of my matrix when it slowed down. And I'm gonna just be real, because this is we on a real call here. And when a matrix slowed down, I had extra money. I found another friend and said, "Look, I want to help you out." So I gave them a spot to help my matrix move. It's all about helping. And I got the referral link of the person that needed help. So I put this new person under them. We all are all of us as leaders up here, we are doing that. Is all the main leaders here. That's what we are doing. We're helping our teams, we're helping our communities. Do your part and it'll all work out. So that's basically explains everything. And of course, I want to show y'all this before I turn it over to you, Curly. This is the official YouTube channel for Go E1U Life. It got a lot of just videos that I didn't realize it was up here that I'm going back to watch. I'm gonna actually post this channel into the Zoom chat, because they got videos on, of course, the product side that I haven't touched on in my video. They got the marathon, how to make 100K. Y'all see that right there 9 days ago. So I learned to build success in programs. It's not to like following the owner, the creator of this. I'm quite, y'all notice he giving hints in the video that y'all just watch. So it's best to stay plugged in. Treat this like your own business, because you can take your own business and promote it through services that they have, like phone pages, marketing. So I'm gonna actually post this YouTube channel in the chat, Zoom chat. So go and watch these videos. Learn why you earn. That's the whole key of it all. And thank you, Carter, and I talk to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. That was excellent. I really learned a lot. That really helped me understand even more how to strategize.
Yep.
To keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you're right. It's not just about getting people on the board. It's about keeping that board moving to the
Yep.
next level, to the next, and keep them continuously flipping. So when you look at the fact that he talked about $10,000 in a month, that's just one time running through each board. But that wasn't
right.
numerous times that they're going to keep flipping behind it. So it could be even more than that, So thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
I want to welcome one of our most illustrious coach team leaders, Dana Johnson, and I'd like for her to come forth and share with us about some of her success stories and her wisdom as well. Dana, can you come forward, please?
Hello, good evening. Thank you, Carolyn. Amazing call. Thank you for your leadership, your vision. And, I believe that God gives us vision, and he also sends us angels to reconfirm that vision that we've had. So today has been a conversation about how can we grow this community? How can we be a blessing to others, and how we can educate. So a lot of our senior citizens, right, they want to participate in something because the economy is not very easy right now on anybody. The Social Security doesn't stretch as far as it used to, but they're apprehensive because they do not understand crypto. So you delivered the information that was needed, the education and empowerment about Bitcoin, and not to be so afraid of it. So thank you for that. I love this platform and what it means. I see people who are timid and afraid, people who have never made money in the industry, right? But they just keep coming because they're hoping that one day it will happen. And they're starting to see that here. And so I'm telling you, it's one thing to make things happen and another thing to have things happen to you. You want to be in control and make things happen. So start opening your mouth, start sharing. You have something powerful in your hands that you can bless others and you can change the trajectory of your life, the lives of your family, your children, your grandchildren. You can leave a legacy with this platform. So start thinking about that. Who can I share this with? I'm going to tell you something very simple that I did with somebody. I had sent her the information, but I don't think she paid too much attention, right? Because she's like, oh my gosh, here comes Dana. What's she doing now, right? So I called her and I said, love, can you do me a favor? She said, what? I said, can I hold $25, please? She said, sure. Dana? Because I don't ask for anything. Right? She's like, sure, you can have $25. I start laughing. She said, what's funny? I said, I don't need $25, but I need you to be a part of this program so that you can earn $25. You can make hundreds of dollars. And she said, yes. So I'm telling you, it doesn't have to be difficult. Call somebody who you trust, somebody who trusts you, who loves you, and say to them, can I hold $25, please? And because they love you and they care about you, they're going to tell you yes. And then you're going to go ahead and set up an account with them. You're going to explain to them what this is about, send them the video, but you already got their 25, right? Go ahead and put them in and just teach them how simple this can be. So I am very excited about this. We were just talking about setting up some trainings for senior citizens to understand about crypto. So Carolyn, that's another job I'm putting on all shoulders, all of us.
Yeah.
Participate to do the education and empowerment because they need it, right? Just like we all need it. But they came in when money, especially our people, money was a secret, right? They just told us to go out and work and get it and get it and get it. But they did not teach us about investing it. They did not teach us about letting it stretch and how to reinvest and how to make money work for you. Well, we get a do-over with cryptocurrency. You get a do-over with
Yeah.
Bitcoin. And this is your season for your do-over. So let's make it great and let's take great advantage of what we have in our hand. Thank you so much, Carolyn.
Oh, thank you, Dana. Let's go, folks. I'm ready. I'm reared up. I'm ready to roll. Well, all of this knowledge and information, I am so excited. I'm going to stop the recording here. And then, so it stopped.